Greetings and welcome to the Mythos Mystery Society presents The Haunting of Ypsilon 14, a Mothership scenario brought to you by Schmuckies. In Schmuckies, no one can hear you scream. Tonight is going to be run by Maria, so go ahead and take it away.
It's me.
The third day of MythosCon. I guess you can talk about it. You can talk about it. Go. There you go.
Oh my god, it's me. Hello, everyone. Welcome to MythosCon 2021. I realized earlier today that I haven't run anything on the internet since MythosCon 2020, which is very cool. So here I am doing it once again with these fine fellow friends and people of interest. So tonight's game is going to be spooky. It's going to be horror. There will be elements of body horror, but nothing exceptionally grotesque. Maybe a little ooey gooey. Your characters will probably die. It's okay. There will be people that die, and that's fine. The only thing that will not happen, there will be at least one cat. The cat will not die.
Goonies can never die.
Goonies can never die, and neither can cats. Well, I want you all to introduce yourselves as players, and then the name of your character and their position in your entourage. Who are you, and then who are you playing? Starting with Dave, because you're on this side.
Alrighty. I'm Dave. I'm playing Terry RBEL6, which is so in our universe we have like a sci-fi semi-universe going, and in that sci-fi semi-universe, paranoia exists in it. So I'm a clone that managed to escape Alpha Complex and now works as a loader because he doesn't know what else to do. I basically got picked up by the first people who would find me, and they took advantage of my skills of being able to be a worker.
Very strong boy.
Definitely on my final clone, but it doesn't matter because I'm not even attached to friend computer anymore anyway. So I'm a clone who has no idea what's going on in the outside world. And that's who I'm playing as. Toss it over to Jason.
Thanks, Jason. I'll be playing Bert Barrington. He's a Marine, and he's ready to cause a lot of chaos with a friend of his. Emma, you can go.
Hello, I'm Emma. Tonight I will be Billy Lawless, who is Bert's partner in crime this evening. She's ready to punch aliens. And we both use she, her pronouns.
Yeah.
Tom.
I'm Tom Bruno. I'm playing Jason tonight. No, I'm playing Jovi Bonbon, who's a short man because he comes from a place that has a really high gravity. So everybody there is very short, but they're like stocky. And he's a technician who loves this ship. What was the name of the ship that we just said? Arkavol?
Arkavol, I think.
Yeah, the Arkavol. He loves it. He maintains the algae that they use for everything, like coffee, food. Anything they digest is made out of the algae he maintains. And yeah, so he's a short guy. He knows the ins and outs of the ship, and he's a technician, smart dude. So take it to Ty.
I'm Ty. I use he, him pronouns, and I'm playing Dean, who also uses he, him pronouns. He is an android and the doctor aboard our ship.
Fantastic. So, as we begin today, the lot of you are already en route on your ship, the Arkavol. Before we get into what you're going on route for, what does your ship look like? You all can collectively tell me what it looks like. One of you can take the helm. The person who's most obsessed with the ship can take the helm.
What is lady. She is she's wide on the bottom and thin on the top. And then
talking about the ship?
Yeah, it's a cone.
I don't know anymore.
Thing.
I thought it was like coffin shapes.
Yeah. Well, not anymore because I'm just making
shape?
this up as I go along. And it's got two prongs on the side that stick out of it, and then like a smaller bottom area with with a cargo area. And then if anyone else wants to add to that, please do.
Yeah, I just want to say it has a really big cargo area because that's our main thing.
Correct.
Who drives it though? Because none of us are the
So something that is good for all of you to know, you all can do like the list of skills that are available. You all can technically do them. Whether you do them well or not is dependent on if you're trained in them or not, but you all technically can attempt to pilot a ship. Narratively speaking, y'all can decide if one of you has piloted a ship before.
Can we do something fun with the piloting on this ship and make it so that it's an AI controlled by our company that it won't leave until the job is completed?
I am absolutely,
that,
I'm
yeah.
so glad that you brought that up. Yes. Let me make a note.
Can we name the AI?
You absolutely can.
Charlie Starrett. No, I don't know.
Let's name.
Arkavol. Oh, what's the guy who the River Styx boat person?
Charon?
Charon. Let's just name it Charon.
Aw, Karen.
Oh,
Let's name
dear
it Karen.
Charon.
Not Karen, no.
What about we name her?
What are we naming? Are we
Susan.
naming the AI?
Your ship. Your ship's AI.
What about Susie?
How?
I feel like I don't hear that name very often.
Well, yeah. There's a reason.
Fergus.
What?
Whoops.
Whoa, judgment.
I gotta go.
I guess not.
Great.
Or Rose. We could do like Rose.
Rose is kind of cool. I like Rose.
Rose is
as
kind of
well.
cool. I feel like I've heard it before.
Goes with
but-
the motif of Arkavol a little bit.
Yeah,
too.
there you go. It's roses on a coffin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Arkavol
perfect.
is
Look at us.
what was it? Albanian for coffin.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's what that means.
So you have many times tried to rename your AI different things. You all call the AI different names at different points in time.
Computer.
Unfortunately, though, because this is a company ship and this is a company AI, it only refers to itself as AI-27.
Oh, well.
But you can call it whatever you want, and it does respond to each and every one of your names.
Yeah,
Mommy?
no, it's-
Sorry. Mommy?
Mommy? Sorry.
Mommy?
It's like when you call your teacher mom.
Ooh.
No.
Always embarrassing.
The
Or
worst.
your boss mom.
The absolute worst.
Everybody does that, right?
Yeah, all of us. Yeah.
So en route to where you are going, where your company has sent you off to, you all are essentially cargo haulers, or have had to lean more heavily into that in recent moons. The company that you work for has seen some rougher times. Money is a bit tight, so they're kind of pulling jobs from all over the place, including one that kind of fell into their lap and is now in your lap, where you are headed to, from a place called Delvane's Discount Delights, which you all know, at least in part, maybe not so much Terry, depending on how long you've been out of the Alpha Complex. It is the largest center of resale and redistribution of random wares this side of the system. So it's the largest pawn shop in this entire part of the system. They have been waiting, specifically Delvane himself has been waiting for a shipment that got dropped off at a mining station, a mining depot that's been used for kind of like drop-offs and pickups before. The last crew, and it kind of cuts to this view of all of you watching this hollow projector of a message that you were sent by Delvane. That it shows an older looking individual. If you think kind of Jabba the Hutt, but a little bit more gelatinous and a little less like fat. That's kind of what he looks like. But This hologram has him shouting towards you, "The last bunch of assheads dipped out of here after I paid them, so y'all aren't gonna see any sort of payment until I get my shipment. But I guarantee it," and he kind of like slides to the side, and you see a large sum of money just kind of chilling there. It will be worth your time. Thank you. And then it just kind of shuts down. The company management has assured you that the job itself was not optional. It is in fact mandatory, and if you do attempt to leave or change course or anything that does not let this job be done, you will be found, arrested, and subsequently fired.
Oh, that's a lot more lenient than what I'm used to. I mean, I don't get my head shot off. Great.
Not immediately, at the very, very least. So you are currently on your way and almost to a mining outpost called Ypsilon 14, a tiny little asteroid kind of in the middle of nowhere that you probably would not even blink at if you were just flying by on a normal day. You can see that there is one small opening that has some lights on it, and as you approach, you get a comms hail.
Oh, who wants to be in
Click.
charge of that?
You guys want me to click the button, get the comm tail on here?
We could just yeah. I tried linking.
Okay.
It's not doing anything.
Here. Got it. Pulling it up now. Hold on, there's a lot more commands. It's a Unix system.
You gotta X out of all the pop-ups. Get rid of.
There we go. Okay.
I think you just bought like a whole case of like lederhosen, but it's fine.
Yeah.
After a little bit of static, you hear a feminine voice come over, again kind of shrouded in a little bit of static, that says, "Hey, Arkav, I hope your flight was it was uneventful. If you pull yourself into Bay 2, we'll get you all fueled up and stocked up with all of your stuff, and then get you out of here. All right, okay." And
I'm good.
they close comms.
Okay, let me program that in.
Your port keyboard.
Okay, got it.
I love that you're actually sending that to the Twitch chat. So good.
Now we just sit back and relax and drink our algae tea.
I have an important question because it was brought up in our chat. Do you all have a ship pet that's not algae or plant life?
Mine's the algae.
Is the algae a pet?
Mine is all. I'm
all
all
I could
about
have
the
algae pet.
I'm all about the algae.
I don't think
Not
I'm high
now.
enough clearance to get a pet.
You can have the algae pet.
Have it be known, it is against every company policy to have any sort of pet or animal on your ship, but do you all have a ship pet?
I feel like this is entrapment.
I have a mushroom named Lucas.
You what?
A mushroom named Lucas.
A little button mushroom named
Yeah.
Lucas. Okay.
You can't eat him, you'll die. So he's a pet now. I don't know where he came from.
Kind of
just
grew in
showed
the
up
corner
one
of the
day.
ship one day.
Well, it grows in dead things, but he's there.
Okay.
I
Your
just hang out with the ship cat a lot.
Do we have
You
a
have
ship
a
cat?
cat.
Oh, yeah, with
So
the
you
cat,
have a
too.
cat. So you have a cat is what
It's a
you're
human
saying.
cat.
Yeah.
It's a
You know, like
human.
a-
What is your
Earth cat.
what is your ship cat's name? And what do they look like?
Susie.
Susie.
The ship's cat name is Algae. To hide it from the
Algae's
computer.
not a pet.
I've been talking about it the whole
The
time.
cat. The cat's name is Terra.
Clever.
ERA.
Perfect.
Very good. Very
What does
good.
that stand for?
It's where Earth is, you big dummy.
Yeah.
That's where
understand.
algae comes from.
And she's just your standard black cat.
Black cat. All right, perfect.
Bog standard.
Because it's Halloween.
It's the spooky season.
I don't have a black cat because it's Halloween. I have a black cat because I love cats.
Yeah. But it turns black towards Halloween. It's an alien cat. It can change colors.
So the ship begins its docking process, finding its way into presumably what is docking bay 2. You can see that there is kind of on your entry, you can see that there is another docking bay and a decently sized ship, maybe a little bit smaller than yours, is already parked in that docking bay. They are separated, so you're not sharing a space or anything like that. But the docking bay itself is barely big enough to fit your ship, and your ship is not humongous, but as your ship pulls in and docks, you can hear kind of a muffled screeching sound as something has scraped off somewhere on your ship.
I hope it wasn't one of the prongs. I love the prongs.
There are a couple of station workers who are standing just outside of where you park that are seeing to your docking process and everything like that. But you are free to move around the cabin.
Friend
You can see that.
computer?
You can see that there is one person who's kind of standing in an open, like right in front of an open doorway, who's very short, like about 5'3", who just seems to be standing there and looking directly towards your ship.
I want to ask the AI. I'm going to call it friend computer because that seems right to me.
Sure.
What was is there any hull damage?
After a moment, the voice chimes in and says, "Structural integrity, fine."
Okay.
Rose, did they scratch the paint?
After examination, yes.
Damn it. God. Oh, void in heaven. What are we going to do?
There's somebody outside, you said?
Yeah, there's two people who are kind of working on making sure that your ship is like docked properly and everything like that, putting on, things that make sure that your ship doesn't float out into space or anything like that. But there is one person who's starting to like slowly make their way towards where you would get off the ship. They're very small, as I said. They have massive like oval eyes that take up most of their face. Very large kind of floppy ears. A bluish gray skin with like orange markings all over it. And they're just kind of, they're walking with their hands kind of clasped behind their backs, kind of looking over to wherever your like drop your thing is, your ramp.
Dean, do you want to talk to whoever is sitting outside the ship? I got to get the loading bay ready for the cargo.
Yes, I would love to. And I will walk out and approach them.
I'm scared of Dean. What does now that we're here on this little fun pod, what does Dean look like?
Dean is about 5'11". He wears oval glasses. He's got very neatly combed, side-parted blonde hair, nearly white, and a persistent, vacant smile.
He's like a humanoid android?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was like a robot,
No.
like
Looks like you and
That's
me.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yes.
What
He's
if
my
Dean
favorite
was
kind
one of
robot.
us? Just a slum like one of us.
Like one of us.
So Dean, you're exiting the ship by yourself?
Yes.
Okay. You descend down the ramp, and the same shorter figure is standing there. Like I said, hands clasped behind the back. They look up at you and say, well, it's nice to meet you there. I assume, did we speak on the comms?
No, that was my colleague, Jovi.
Oh, you have a very smooth well, hello there. My name is Sonia. Pleasure to meet you. And she just extends a hand, and she has 3 fingers. 3 very, like, kind of roundish fingers, but she reaches a hand up to shake yours.
Dean unclasps his hands from behind his back and grabs it and shakes exactly 3 times. It's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Dean.
Nice to meet you as well. Morgan over there, she's gonna be really in charge of making sure that you get that shipment all loaded up and everything, get you all fueled up and everything too. Might take a couple of hours or so, you're free to walk around if you want to. I mean, just don't harass any of my, the workers here or anything like that. But if you have any questions or anything, I'll be just inside there, Are there any sort of... Oh, don't fall down the big hole. That's the mining hole. Just don't fall down. It's very easy to spot, but also just don't die. Don't die while you're here, please. It's a big liability. Any sort of
I love Space Montana.
Or entertainment here from my colleagues?
I mean, we have a cat.
Excellent.
We'll
turn heel and walk back.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, okay. Bye. And Sonya starts making their way back inside, kind of stopping by another person who looks to be human, presumably this Morgan individual. She has messy curly brown hair and freckles and a ton of piercings on her ears. And she nods a couple times and starts like moving some boxes around and everything like that.
I will walk back to the main deck and say, well, they say they have a cat in this base, and we are welcome to walk around. And
like a real one?
Like a real live cat.
I've never seen one of those in my life. I don't know about the cat we keep on the ship. I want to say it's Bert and Billy's cat. Like, that's why none of us knew about it.
It's a marine cat.
Well, okay, what do we got to get here again? What was the job?
Well, they're loading us up now, I believe, so we just have a little bit of time to...
Oh.
Did they say they had anything fun for us to do?
The cat.
Just the cat?
Just the cat, yes.
Oh.
Well, I can at least
all
get the...
Bert needs...
I guess Bert or Billy, sounds like it's going to be pretty easy, but, loader always needs a recommended guide and safety says that a loader always needs at least one security detail with them when receiving the product. So I guess we'll get the loader ready and they're just going to bring it up to us. Which one of you two wants to volunteer to hang out with little old me today? Don't be chomping at the bit now. Come on, Billy, let's go.
I gotta go see the cat.
I'll go with you to see that cat. I think I gotta see myself a cat.
I want to say the Arkavol is very loud when the loading bay opens. It's one of those like extreme, like you pull like this really loud thing and you twist it and you push it back up and then you press
it's like a garbage
switch,
truck.
and then it's like and it's like those spinning lights and everything as this loader just slowly opens.
Yeah, and it's because of your proximity inside of this docking station. As it opens, you can just definitely hear it's even louder as it's definitely scraping against something as it opens.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. We should probably. I shut the door to the I lean in from the loader room to the cargo or with the bridge. I guess is where everybody's hanging out. It's like, hey, you guys! I yell over it. Somebody might want to go check what's scratching the paint outside.
That would be me. That's my job. I take care of my lady. I waddle on down to the ramp. I'll just waddle onto the dock.
Okay. You waddle onto the dock and you can see, at this time, Jovi Bon, you kind of describe what you look like. You're a little bit short, a little bit stocky. Is there anything else of note that you can tell us?
I have a beard. It's glorious. I'm bald.
Fantastic.
I can't see very well because I wear sunglasses at all times, even though we work in outer space and we work in a dimly lit ship. I'm like a mole, essentially. And I got really big forearms and hands though for a small dude. So and I constantly have a little bit of algae in the top lip, an algae mustache from drinking algae all the time. straight from the source.
Delightful. You make your way on the dock, and you can see that an individual who we know now as Morgan is over by where the loading bay mostly opened, but where it had tried to open, it was over top of other crates, metal crates, and other things that were out on the kind of dock area. And she's just kind of standing there with her hands on her hips, just kind of looking at your half-open launch, or your half-open loader bay door that's kind of crushing some of the crates that's there. And it's just kind of whining a little bit because it can't really go down any farther. And she's just kind of like, lets out a big sigh.
I know. Oh, yeah, I know. What's in them crates?
I mean, the other stuff that people were coming here for. But it's, you know what? It's okay. We have, extra.
You got extra crates? Are they empty crates? You just got extras laying around?
Yeah, something like that. Sure.
Hey, you know it's a federal crime to leave empty crates on a cargo bay landing dock for this exact reason. Do I got to file a report with your supervisor?
I'm sorry, who are you?
I am
I'm
Jovi
Morgan.
Bamba. What?
Morgan?
Morgan?
That's me. Hi. Hello.
Cool. Hello. What now? We moved the I'm Jovi Bonbon. Hello.
Nice to meet you, Jovi Bonbon.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just gonna move these out of the way so we can start loading up your pre-allocated shipments. It might take a little bit of time, but I've got people for that, so it's fine. If you can hang out in the quarters area, there's like the TV in there. There's a game console that we haven't really cracked open for a bit. There's like some music.
Is that where the cat is?
I think Prince is in the mess hall right now, but yeah, it's like right over that way.
You would like to see the cat?
I'm just gonna walk past and go to where the cat might be.
Oh,
okay.
He's a great military escort. I'm glad I don't need him right now. Right? Is that right, Morgan? Do I need my military escort?
No. What? Do you feel in danger? I certainly hope not.
On account of my short stature, I overcompensate in my defense.
Yeah, no, she's just like takes like a half step back, give you a little bit of space. I'm just gonna work on these boxes.
Well, do you need some help? I can help you move the boxes.
I think I'm okay. I can come and find
you.
I would like to do my job, and if that's all right with you.
I would like to do my job as well, but you put these crates in my way, and now I cannot do my job. So I would like to help you move the crates so I can do my job. This is a little more aggressive than I thought it would be when I came down that route.
All right, if you want, you can. Okay, sure. Yep, you can help me with these crates. Sure.
Okay.
She kind of like uncomfortably shuffles towards the crates.
You see Terry pop out of the top. Hey, Jovi, why are we moving the crates?
You see
Smash
Terry.
cut to Bert.
Okay.
Bert, what does Bert look like?
Bert's probably about in his 50s. Full head of hair, slicked back, big beard. All of it's starting to mostly gray. He's a kind of a burly man. Think like a jacked Santa Claus.
Perfect. And does Tara hang out with you all the time?
Usually, yeah.
She's just like a ride-along cat?
Yeah, she hangs out on my shoulder.
Perfect. So the two of you, is anybody going with Bert to go meet this mysterious cat?
I will meet the cat as well.
Fantastic.
I'm going to help as long and as arduous as I can with these damn boxes. I'm going to talk the entire time.
Okay, perfect.
So what is, because Billy's been silent, but Billy's basically just accompanying me while I'm getting the thing. So what is Billy doing during all this?
What do Billy and Terry look like?
Billy, you can go first if you want.
Take it away, Terry.
Oh, okay, fine. Terry looks like a goofy, like kind of a scrawny man. He wears like red overalls with a black shirt because that's what he's been designated, and he thinks that it's illegal for him to wear anything else. He's used to living in a place that is very strict and very different from where he is now, but he's kind of made amends with some stuff. Like, he has a new pair of goggles that people gave him to kind of like register stuff and everything like that. But he's overall just kind of like Goofy if Goofy wasn't a dog. That's basically what.
Yuck.
Yeah, exactly. He's always got like a utility belt. Kind of looks like a janitor at all points, like wearing brown gloves with a brown utility belt, red overalls, red shirt, but just a goofy looking dude all around.
Beautiful. And Billy, since the two of you are generally together right now, what do you look like?
So Billy is in all black and is actually really quiet and moves really quietly, so it's really hard to tell actually where she is at any given time. She usually keeps her face covered up. She's always got a hood on. But underneath, if you've seen her hair, it's like very, very dark, almost black. Straight hair that she's got usually in like a low bun, but it's about shoulder length. And she usually just looks kind of tired and also like she's very hard to read. And she is often pretty quiet until she's not.
Have you ever not been quiet around this crew?
Have we ever been in
There was
danger?
the algae incident.
I would imagine that you all have had maybe a couple of minor scraps out and about on your various sundry deliveries.
Have we been anywhere weird before?
Everywhere.
You went through a weird nebulous field that made things a little bit fucky.
That was probably the only time that she got not quiet then. So
Bert's the extrovert of the brain.
Of the duo.
The combo. The bed and breakfast, the B&B.
Terry probably talks Billy's ear off the entire time when the loading thing is going, but there's two things about that. One, Billy doesn't give a shit about what Terry's talking about. Two, the loader is so loud that you can't hear Terry even if you did give a shit. It's like,
and Billy's just standing there. If there's something to lean up against, then she's going to be leaning up against that, and she's going to be staring directly at you, Terry, and not breaking eye contact.
That's how I know you're listening.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
That is it.
That's it.